to my channel. This is Barbells and Beauty, and today we have the favorites, fails, and fine for fall of 2018. I decided to add a fine category too, because sometimes there's things that I kind of like, but they're not a favorite, but I just kind of want to say what, but they're also not like I hated it, but it's just fine. So I just added that in. I've got my little basket of my favorites. Let's just get started right off the bat. I know, I'm going to talk about hair care products. Color you shocked, right? I almost never talk about hair care products, but now these are brand new bottles, so I still have mine downstairs in my bathroom. It's the Kenra, let's see, it's called the Color Charged Shampoo and Conditioner. If you have color treated hair like I do, get some of this. Now, red hair will fade worse than any other color treated hair, I think. As I've understood, and I'm probably totally wrong, and my daughter will tell me if I'm totally wrong, but it's something about the molecule is a little bigger in the red dye, and it doesn't sink in and penetrate into the shaft as much, so it's easier to wash out. And I can tell when I use this at least a couple times a week, my color stays a lot truer for a lot longer than it does when I don't use this. This stuff is amazing. Now it says extends up to 50 shampoos. Well, I do my hair every month because my gray hair that is in the roots likes to come out before I get to 50 shampoos. I may be 48. I don't want to look it. But yeah, the Kenra Color Charged Shampoo. Get it if you have color treated hair. I love this stuff. Love it. Okay, I've got two sponges here. Do not ram me because they are filthy dirty. I literally just used them today. Of course, this is my Stands Out Beauty Sponge. I've got a video. I'll link it up in the cards. I love this thing. This was my favorite beauty sponge for a while until I found this. This is the Juno & Company Microfiber. It's one of those, it's a microfiber. It feels kind of velvety. These two are fighting for supremacy. I love them both. I would probably give this one a little bit of an edge because this is 4 for $20 on Amazon. I'll put a link down below. No, I don't get any monetary anything from it. I just love it that much. You can kind of use it as a brush. I'm going to do a full-on review sometime in the next couple weeks. Pay attention to that. This thing is amazing. And this thing is amazing. I love it because I can squish it down to nearly nothing and I can get really up. I got a cat hair on it. Imagine that. I can get right up in under my eyes, kind of in this crease of my nose. You can use it wet, you can use it dry. Both of these sponges have been getting, I could almost throw away all my other sponges. These two are it. Next up is the Tatcha Silk Canvas. I love this stuff. When I put it on my face, I can literally tell my foundation will last an extra 3 or 4 hours at least. My nose isn't nearly as oily. Stuff doesn't fall in my marionette lines that I wish would go away. Yeah, expensive as hell, yes. I hear there's a dupe out there somewhere. I might do an is it a dupe video, but yeah. To me, it's worth every penny because you use such a small amount. It's going to take me forever to get through this thing. Then I have found a combination of kind of powdery foundations, the good old-fashioned Bare Minerals, and then L'Oreal Balance and Brighten. When I blend these together, I wear them a lot, especially to work, because it's starting to be flu season. Which means people are in isolation. Which means I have to wear a mask. And that thing is hot. There's a reason why I don't work surgery. A, I don't want to just stand there all the time. And B, I don't want to wear a mask all the time. Oh my gosh, those things are so hot to breathe in. And you put a mask on, of course you have to kind of squeeze it in so it seals kind of around your nose. And then it just wears off everything around here. If I wear a liquid foundation and I have to put a mask on half a dozen times throughout the night, I'll literally have this will be gone. My nose looks like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer because I've got redness around my nose. My chin's kind of red. I just don't like it. But this, it doesn't seem to fade and get worn off quite as much. And when it does, it doesn't fade quite as much, and it still kind of covers some of the redness. And I'm wondering if it's because I have to buff it in a little bit, if it kind of buffs a little deeper into my skin so it's bonded more with my skin. I don't know, but the combination of these two, I'll buff some of this, the Bare Minerals on first, and then I put this on like around my nose, around my chin, just touch up in other places, and then sometimes I have a brush I can put a lid on, put a little bit on, and then if I need to just a little bit because I've put a mask on 80,000 times, I can just quick touch up, you know, in the 5 seconds I get to go to the bathroom. For blushes, the Loreal Balanced and Brighten, Blush and Brighten, sorry, in Tropic Hues. I think this made my favorite blush. I'll put my favorite blushes up here. Yeah, it looks amazing. And then another one that hit my favorite blushes is the MAC Warm Soul. I've been using the heck out of this. It just gives me a little touch of color without making me look like I have a whole bunch of blush on. And then this, the NARS Hot Twist. I like the packaging, but I just adore these colors. This one right here has been my favorite, but sometimes I literally will just take a brush and just swirl it all in and put all 4 colors on. I really haven't even hardly touched the highlighters because, well, I'll show you why in a little bit. Actually, it didn't make it back into my case. I will be right back. I took it out of the basket so I could use it today. The Anastasia Amerzy, because I had to put it on. This is just so beautiful. I have been using this at least once a week since they announced they were going to re-release it. As you saw in my haul video for November, I bought a backup. My first ever backup of something other than mascara, which I have thousands of. Well, not thousands. I have a lot of mascara. Because, man, I go through mascara like nothing. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know if you can see it. It's just so pretty. I love it. I love that I can put it on a little lighter and it's a little more subtle for work, or I can put a little bit more on and bam! You can see me from the moon. Love it! Now, well, let's talk about makeup brushes here. Back in September or October, I took a chance and I bought this Makeup Geek Pointed Crease Brush. Got it when I got the pumpkin spice. That's when I fell in love with this thing. See if you can see it better. I just did. It is, yes, it's dirty. I need to wash it because I used it. I can get up here in my crease beautifully. And it's so soft, and it's really not that expensive. So then I took a chance and I bought 2 more Makeup Geek brushes. This is the foiled eyeshadow brush. I love to use this for packing on stuff right on my lid. It's good for foiled shadows. And then I got this, the outer V brush. It is great, like I said, for putting stuff on kind of in this outer V area. I am going to be probably ending up buying a few more of these Makeup Geek brushes because they are really good quality. And they're really not all that expensive. Not all that expensive. More than e.l.f. and more than BH Cosmetics, but I think they're a little better quality than e.l.f. and BH Cosmetics. So, keep that in mind. And speaking of Makeup Geek, Pumpkin Spice, for one of my favorite palettes, is the Makeup Geek Pumpkin Spice. I have used this. This is what has been kind of a go-to work kind of palette. I love this palette. I love, love, love this color right here, Untamed. It is so pretty. I mean, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love this palette. It has just been one of my go-tos. I wear it to work quite frequently, and I frequently get compliments on it. So, another palette. I wasn't even sure I was going to buy it. Then I did, and I love it. Link up to my review of it in the cards. The Anastasia Sultry palette. I think I said in my review, wouldn't be surprised if this ends up being in my favorites, and it is. These shadows will last all night long for me. They look amazing. Typical Anastasia quality. I just love this palette. And then we have one that I'm still a little like in shock that I bought. The Natasha Denona Gold palette. When I saw it, I was like, I have to have it. Then I had to convince myself that I needed it, which really didn't take much. So when the big VIP sales happened for Sephora and it was 20% off, I picked it up. I am so thrilled I did. This is a stunning palette. Again, I've used it to work a few times. The colors last all night for me. They look beautiful. I can do softer looks. I can kind of punch it up just a little bit. If you've got the money to splurge, or you get a gift card or something from Sephora, wait until the spring VIP sale and pick it up. I think you will be worth it. Now for my fine. This kind of breaks my heart. It really does. Because it was so bloomin' expensive. I was expecting so much from it. But it's this. The Pat McGrath Mothership. I mean, it is gorgeous. Gorgeous. However, okay, I put it on to go to work one day. I just used a cheapy Maybelline Master Prime primer because I'm trying to get it used up. After about 6 to 8 hours, I got to go to the bathroom, and there's a mirror there, and I was looking at myself. It was creased like a mother. And not a mothership. You know what mother I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm like, alrighty, it doesn't need just some cheap, crappy primer. It needs a better primer. So I put it on with, was it the Too Faced Shadow Insurance the next day? It creased again. Okay. So I gave it a couple, I wore something else for a couple days. Then, a few days later, I put my MAC paint pot on. Now that's my, like, holy grail of eyeshadow primers. It creased again. Now, I got about another hour out of it. It was more like 9, maybe 10 hours, but it creased again. There were 3 days at work. I was at work, and my eyeshadow was creased like a motherfucker, and I was not real happy. Gorgeous. Blends beautifully. Creases on my eyelids terribly. Am I going to keep it? Oh, hell yeah. I am going to keep it. It is beautiful. It will probably end up being we're going to the movies, so I'm only going to have it on 6 or 7 hours. I'm going to church, and I really don't care what my eyeshadow looks like after I get home from church, if I don't have to work, something like that. But I'm just like, I'm just kind of disappointed. I mean, I spent a lot of money on this, and it's just fine. So, sorry, Auntie Pat. Your eyeshadow is just fine. Okay, for my fails. Does this surprise anybody? I'm not even going to give this away. I'm going to throw it away. Really? It is god-awful. Probably one of the worst products of the year. Awful. Now, I just got this one, in, was it my BoxyCharm or my Ipsy bag? But it is a Thrive Beauty, what's it called? Brilliant Eye Brightener. Don't know if you can see that. Anyway, okay, yeah, let me get closer so you can see this. I don't know if you can see. I put this on under my eyes. I've done it a couple times. It looks like I have rubbed glitter under my eyes. It is literally just reflective, shiny. It just looks terrible. It's just like, hey, take a look at these dark circles under here. Woohoo! Like a spotlight for my dark circles. I know I just got it. I haven't had it more than a week or two, but it was so terrible. It is an utter failure. Now I got this quite a while ago, like in the spring or summer. It's a Wet n Wild Perfect Palette Lip Scrub. Okay? Smells kind of like sour watermelon or something. I just don't like it. It tastes horrible. It's not very, I like my lip scrubs to have a little scrubby effect, and if it doesn't have a scrubby effect, at least leave, you know, something on my lips to make them feel more hydrated. This tastes terrible, doesn't scrub, doesn't leave anything on my lips. It was terrible. Wet n Wild's just hitting it out of the park. Another fabulous failure are these. These were the little Zodiac eyeshadow. I was so excited when I got them. I think it was my July haul, maybe my August haul. I can't exactly remember. I mean, I was so excited. They look so beautiful. They swatched wonderfully. And, well, here, let's see if I can... Was it this one? No, it was this one. This one right here. This is the Air one. These colors don't show up for shit on my eyes, okay? They just don't. They just don't show up at all. It's terrible. And if you can manage to get them built up, it's gone after about 4 hours. I don't know where it went. It went into the air, apparently. And all of these. This is the Earth one. This color right here doesn't show up. This one's very hard to build up. This one's Fire. It shows up a heck of a lot better, but again, all of them disappear after about 4 hours. So there was a couple days at work. I was at work, and after about 10 p.m., I looked like I had almost nothing on my eyes except for a few little spotches of shadow. This one is, what did I say, the Water? Yeah, this one's Water. Just money I just literally threw away. It's gone. I think I might even just throw them away. I don't know. They just don't last for me. And I've talked about this 5 or 6 times in other videos, but this one is the Morphe 15T. And, I mean, it looks okay. The colors are pretty. However, this color right here, it came hard pan. This one was hard pan after about, oh, I don't know, 2 or 3 days. And this color right here, I can tell, is getting hard pan. Now, come on, Morphe. Really? Really? Hard pan before I even open it up. I took it out of the box and that one was already hard pan. I'm just like, seriously. And it's not even worth it for me to try to get it back because I got it off the Morphe website. My bad mistake. And the mattes are okay. A couple of them are a little on the patchier side. So, yeah, I'm just a little disappointed. Granted, I think it was only like 15 bucks, but it's my 15 bucks and I would have just appreciated having something that I could have used at least a few times before I hit hard pan on them because, yeah. So those were my faves, those are my fails, and that was my fine. I hope you sure enjoyed this video. If you do, leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Let me know what your faves and fails for this fall has been. And until next time, I'm going to say peace, love, and take care of yourself, because that's the nurse's orders. Bye-bye.